All right, let's see. We definitely do have the potential to keep going lower here. I think our possible next area of interest is going to be um, either underneath this low right here around 18,066, or possibly down into this retracement area. Let me go take a look at this on the higher time frame. 15 minute. Yeah, I'm liking the liquidity that's resting, potentially resting below 18043 as a possible target to the downside. 18043 potentially. Um, we're gonna see if we can continue to drop down towards 18043. That's where I'd like to see price potentially get. We do have to be mindful that here on the 15 minute, we did just now, literally just now, tap the bottom of this breaker structure low. So I either want to see a continuation lower, like a hard flush, or we might see a bounce here to grab liquidity higher. We're going to see though. Personally, I'd like to see it just flush through here and keep going lower. See where this is heading. So we just broke the low of this right here, which is the breakout. No, this candle right here, which is the breakout candle that broke structure right here before retesting and then going higher. So I'd like to see price snap that, reach the lows of this 15 minute, and then ultimately make it down here, like I said, to 18,042, 75, which looks like we're making a run for it right now. We definitely have a ways to go. Obviously, we're not there yet. I'm just saying that's our next area of interest. It looks like. We're definitely on a crash course for some major liquidity level. Price is definitely trying to get to it. And I think that area is right here where I have my dotted line dropped at 18,042.75. I feel good about that area. You can see how it's taken off now. It really wants to get there. Oh, I'm liking this selling pressure. Really liking this selling pressure. I'm actually going to plot this line right here because I think this low is going to be a major for us. We are going to have some trouble if we reach this, breaking it. But I think there's a chance that once we hit this, it's just going to flush all the way down to here because this is the area of interest that I have right now drawn up. This is where I'd like price to be able to get to. Let me go take a look on the hourly just to see it. Make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're honestly good for that area. Let me take a look on the daily, see what we have on here. The major profit target that I see on the daily is going to be, oh yeah, this looks good. All the way down at, yeah, like this. Let me see how that lines up on the hourly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we definitely have some massive targets to the downside that we are potentially making them run for right now. We have cleared. Let me see. I'm actually going to show you guys the hourly while we're waiting on this to play out. Bring up the hourly and the daily. So on the hourly, what I'm seeing here is we have a. Let me open this up so you can see it a little bit better. So we created a breakout here, a breakdown here, change of character up top. We are running, currently looks like we're making an attempt to get down towards this area down here, which I think is going to be our next key area. Let me see. Yeah, so on the overall leg of price action, I do feel good about us working our way lower. This is going to be our next area of interest, breaking this low. Breaking this low at 18,067 and then breaking the low at 18,042.50 and then obviously making a run lower. I feel like our overall price target is going to be down here around 17,793.50. I'm not expecting that today, obviously. We're already let's see what we are already down for the day. Yeah, we're already down 106 on the day. So, I mean, I'm not expecting us to turn all the way down to here today. I think this is where we're ultimately heading, though. So, if that is the case, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we had a. We're already getting a strong bounce right now. Actually, I feel like we might actually come a little bit lower, though. I feel like we're going to come lower, clear the liquidity at least below this, and then would not be surprised to see us try to retrace up into this change of character, somewhere in this change of character. Let's see where it would align with the full leg so far. Yeah, so if price can make it down to the like below this liquidity, that would align us perfectly with this change of character level on the hourly for the golden zone retracement. So I think we'd be good for a retracement up, tap, and then a continuation to the downside. We just need to be patient here and wait to see what price gives us. Not trying to get in a hurry. So I'm going to just leave this right here for right now. We're going to come back to that. Switch us over back to the main screen. So we did get a pretty big bounce right here. I mean, that is about a 20-point bounce right here we had. I personally don't think that's going to be it. I feel like we could come lower, but if we end up getting a change of character here, then my sentiment's going to change a little bit. We didn't tap the golden zone there on that leg, so I feel like we're going to come lower. We're going to see, though. If we do make a move to the upside, then as of right now, this is going to be our area of interest. Is going to be up here at this break of structure level. On the higher time frames, it aligns. It's a little bit underneath the 50. It's going to be this gap essentially is what we're going to be looking for. Let's see where it falls on the 5 minute. Yeah, on the 5 minute we have the break of structure gap in here. On the 1 minute, I guarantee you we're going to have probably more than one in there. Yeah, on the 1 minute we have this one, and this one. So it definitely would align. Price trying to get back up there. to go lower. We're gonna see what happens though. As of right now, we're kind of in an area of indecision, just waiting to see where price is going to push to next. If we're going to go lower and make an attempt for this, these two levels down here that I have drawn up, these two white lines. I personally think that that's where we're going to grab before, even if we are going to retrace to the upside. I feel like grabbing one of these two, if not both of these two levels, is going to be essential to us going higher. But we're going to see. We still have 45 minutes till open. I just feel like it's not a stretch to expect us to get down to at least that 18,067.50, 67.25 area in order to grab some liquidity to go higher. I mean, price just made an effort to bounce, and ultimately it's working its way lower, which tells me that I don't think, I'm going to emphasize that, I don't think we have enough liquidity to break to the upside yet. I would like I said, I'd like to think that we're going to need to dip below one of those two legs, if not both of them, in order to get enough liquidity to ultimately push this higher for a retrace. We're going to have to see how price reacts whenever it reaches first this area. I'd like to see it break through here and then make an attempt for new lows down to this level right here. Going to see what it does though. Like I said, I want to see us invalidate this golden zone on the 1 minute and push straight through it and make a run for new lows here to get liquidity a little bit lower. I do not want to see us bounce at this level. Ooh, I guess technically this would be the leg. This price pushed up, came back down, and then pushed higher. And price did actually tap that by what looks like a tick or two, but I'd like to see price fail to push higher and then drop straight through this. That's what I want to see. Just slice right down through it. Ooh, that's not what I was expecting. See if we can get this breakdown now down to this area. Maybe that was just a liquidity grab to come lower. Looking for us to completely invalidate this area and push for new lows here. That's what I would like to see. Break down and a run for new lows at this point. Hey, hey. Don't know if you realize, but you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted, man. Hey, you can set a custom status. You have your hand thing. So if you hover over that, where
Huh?
your is, you can go edit custom activity,
Yeah.
and you can add in your custom one that's in there
Yeah, that's
instead.
what I had it as. I used the combination of this one and the stream one to do both of the ones I like.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's cool. Anyway, sorry to
I'm
interrupt.
Oh, you're not interrupting. We're waiting to see if we're going to invalidate and go lower to grab the liquidity in order to get a big retracement move on this huge leg that we've had.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Personally,
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it
yeah.
yet.
Personally, I'd like to see us get below this level in the 5 minute, or potentially reach down into this level before possibly seeing a retracement. Let me take this off the charts. But we're gonna see what happens here. I'm waiting to see if we're gonna get a breakdown out of this to come lower. Like I said, to at least clear this 18,067 potentially. but we're gonna see. Let me go scroll over on the 5 minute and see what I see over here. Yeah, on the 5 minute, we have the bottom of this trend line, and then trying to see. We should. Let me see. Yes, I don't know if you saw in that group chat, Keith. I mean, I'm sure you did. Monday at 11 is that show, the Trader Bacon show.
Yeah, I was reading that. That's awesome, dude. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I don't know anything about it either. I had to be honest with him. He was like, "Man, you tell me about it." I said, "Never heard of it, but I'm gonna go look it up."
That's amazing. Yeah, keep us in
Well,
the loop
and
how that goes.
yeah, well, I'm supposed to reach out to him after I finish my session this morning. He wanted to do like a little short, I guess you can call it like a promo, to help kind of like put some. Apex is going to post some stuff, and Benzinga is going to post some stuff leading up between now and Monday. Because he said whenever they post ahead of time about the upcoming show, they usually get a better response.
Yeah,
so I told him that I wanted
post in our group about that.
Yeah,
show
I told him
too.
I wanted to take it as an opportunity to promote the page, and he said he had no problem with that. He said Benzinga might not like it, but he said I'm not going to tell them that we had this conversation. He said so they can take it up with me after the fact. I said I like that. That's cool.
Forgiveness instead of permission is the way to live your life, dude.
Absolutely. I told him it wasn't like a deal breaker. I said I would just really mean a lot if I could, and he was like, "Oh, I have no problem with it. This conversation never happened. I'll deal with them if they have an issue with it." Because he said that they actually pay Benzinga to be a part of that, I guess, something like that.
Oh yeah, they would. Yeah, yep.
So he said it's a little 30-minute segment. Nothing super exciting. It's just kind of. He said whenever he meets people that he can talk to, he likes to get them on and do a little session with them. And I went and watch a couple previous episodes last night. And I know one of the episodes from November was Vince. I know everybody knows Vince, the guy that Apex had posted last year. Yeah.
Yeah, the sniper.
And
the sniper guy.
Oh my God! If you go back and watch that episode with him, he actually shows all of his charts and what he trades off of.
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
I would have an aneurysm. There's no way I'd be able to keep up with that.
Yeah, they're scalping like 7 ticks on NQ or something crazy, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, he's actually not trading sniper as like he was. He still uses sniper, but he's not trading the sniper system. He's actually trading. It is insane. He uses Bookmap. He uses the DOM. He uses I forgot whatever he calls it. There's like 19 things this dude has on like 16 different monitors. Whenever you're sitting there watching him on the show, he's looking. It looks like he's looking at the ceiling, but he's looking at another monitor. He has like 9 different charts on Thinkorswim pulled up. He has all of the sniper charts pulled up.
Dude, he's part of the 0.0001%.
Yeah, it is insanity. And now he actually works for Apex.
Oh wow, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and he actually said on the show that Martin, whenever he was in that rat hole of blowing through 20 PAs at a time or 20 accounts at a time trying to get somewhere, he said one day he got a phone call. It was from Martin with Apex saying, "Hey man, I just wanted to reach out and talk to you. You're actually a pretty good trader if you would just learn whenever you need to stop." And they had this like long drawn out conversation. He said he's never failed another account from the day he got that phone call.
Well, it's inspiring, dude. Like,
yeah,
you know, like I got a call from our the leader of the opposition in our in our political system, and it was like it was just an amazing experience, like them or not.
Yeah,
Just being able to talk to a person like that one on one, it's freaking inspiring as hell.
I'm sure. I mean, absolutely. We still have about 28 minutes until open, guys. I'm just waiting to see if we're going to sweep the liquidity lower. It keeps looking like it kind of looks like we keep grabbing liquidity higher, and we're forming a little bit of a trend line here on the 1 minute. I'd like to see us break down. I'd really like to see us break down from here and grab the liquidity resting down here before going higher. I mean, I feel like if we had found that level, we wouldn't be having this issue to break out to the upside, honestly. I mean, we don't know definitively yet, but we have a little bit of a rising wedge being created here. Kind of early to say that, but kind of looks like it could be a rising wedge. So we're going to see that could potentially be the breakout. Very sloppy, but I'd like to see us get down here. That's where I'm looking for price to ultimately reach. Or, like I said, the one lower. So this could also be a possible breakout on this little bitty trend line, rising wedge. Let's see what happens here. Give us a little knife. Here we go. Come on. I'd like to see us, like I said, break down. At least sweep some liquidity here. We do have this level down here, which is more liquidity, and it's resting inside of this potential golden zone area. So, I mean, really, I'd like to see price get down here and then give us a monumental bounce. We did just get this could be a change of character on the 1 minute. Let's see if we can run from here. I'd like to just see this knife. Knife, knife, knife. Hopefully we don't close this 1 minute gap. It looks like we will. Yep. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh, for sure we were going to get the knife there. Like I said, this isn't really a clean rising wedge. It's very sloppy. I'm just trying to get an idea what some other people could be potentially looking at to give us some volume, hopefully in the selling, and a bit of a sell-off here. That's what I'd like to see. And then I think if we can break these short-term lows right here on the 1 minute, we should see a continuation to the downside. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. We're also sitting on a resistance, on a strong support level here, using the daily levels on NinjaTrader. Anybody who has those pivots set up on their chart and has it set to the daily, we're sitting on a strong support right now. We're trying to break down through it, but we are having some trouble. We are trading below the 18,100 psych level, which theoretically, not theoretically, but usually that indicates that we could have a good shot at the next 50 points down. So that also kind of aligns us with the area down here because the 50-point level would be right here. So I'm feeling good about price, hopefully getting down to this area. like I said, we broke the 18,100 psych level and we've traded up almost against the bottom of it. So I'd like to see us continue lower, hopefully for another 50 points down to this area, into this golden zone we have below us. And then hopefully that can give us, a significant bounce to the upside. And we can look to try to get something up in here. So I am feeling good about a sell-off here, but I mean, that has to be taken lightly because we are getting a lot of support right here. So I think that if we do break down, we could see a nice clean flush, just because whenever the buyers give up, I think everybody's just gonna flip to the sell-off. But that's assuming we even break down out of this area. The fact that we keep getting bought up like we are doesn't feel good for the sell-off. I don't feel like this level is that monumental that we shouldn't be able to just break down through it. I mean, look, here we go again, buying it up. We do have about 12 minutes till, I'm sorry, 12 minutes until, 22 minutes until open. So I mean, we can definitely bounce and pop to the upside from here, but it's like I feel good about us. We have plenty of time till open. Price could definitely break down. Knife down through this recent low that we've made right here, and then like I said, make an attempt to clear this, and then potentially get down into this this level lower. So we're gonna see what happens here. Give me 1 second, guys.
Hey man, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You just see your mouse moving.
Hey guys, sorry. Yeah, I know you guys can't hear me. I'm dealing with something on the phone real quick. I won't be long. I apologize.
Hello, hello.
Bonjour.
How are we doing this morning?
Surviving. Mr. Wilson's just on the phone dealing with something. He will be back shortly. What are you looking at, man?
I am just up to looking at the market. I'm skipping school today. So that's pretty fun.
Skipping.
Hell yeah.
Skipping to make money, I hope.
Yeah, I am. Hell yeah. It
Nice.
wouldn't be a good day if I didn't make money.
So what are you looking at? Are you looking for a push at open, then to go lower, or are you looking for a liquid grab lower to push back up higher? What do you think?
Yeah. So I'm looking for. I'm bearish right now, so I'm looking for an overall retracement. Probably a small one, and then I'm hoping to dump for a bit. But yeah, that's mine. Maybe tab into a breaker block on the 15 minute. So, you know.
Yeah, it was quite the sell-off pre-market. I didn't look at the charts until I jumped on here. So
Yeah, same. I was surprised, but overnight session moves like crazy. So, at least for pushing down, it does. That's all it does.
you tested the that new command for your bot there, Spencer?
Yes, I have. It
Okay,
works
perfect.
nicely. I do like it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I got a bunch of ideas to add to our bot. Mr.
I'm
Wilson
sorry, guys.
gave me some
I'm
suggestions.
really sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh, it just never stops. Good and bad, I guess. So we are a minute and a half, minute and 15 seconds, give or take, from open. It does look like we might not be coming lower before the retrace. Like I said, I was hoping that we'd get a run down below this area, one of these two areas, but it's not really looking like it. It's possible that it does it right at open, price sells off, reaches down there, and then pushes higher, but it's really not looking too good for that. So we're just going to see if we do make a run to the upside. Our current level is going to be up in this break of structure. I know that's a hell of a way for price to run. So if we break out of this to the upside, I'm probably going to personally take some scalps long up into this potential massive retracement. But it's not going to be anything I'm going to alert. We are about 30 seconds until open. Everybody does need to be mindful of that. If you are in any positions, I do recommend either trimming or being prepared for this could be a massive move to the upside if it pushes straight up. So, there's our sell-off that I was waiting for forever. 10 seconds until open, guys. 10 seconds until open. Okay, here's the open. Looks like we just tapped what looks like that. It looks like we just tapped the retracement from that leg. Looking like we might break to the upside here for, like I said, a possible big move for the retracement of this huge sell-off. So let's just see what we get out of this. If we do break to the upside, like I said, I will be taking some long scalps. There's nothing I can alert as of right now because, in my opinion, we didn't hit what we needed to the downside. So I'd like to see us reach up and hit the level that I have marked up higher. I know we can't see it on the chart right now. That's how high up it is. We're going to wait to see how price moves. If we get a significant push, then we're going to see if we can get a run towards that area up above 18,168. It's a ways up there, though. Just making sure everybody understands that we do have a long way to the upside if we do ultimately get the retracement. At this point, I'd love to see a nice big, strong push to the upside to give us an indication that we're going to make a real effort for that area. But we need to see if it's going to take a little bit for price to break out of this. We're currently trading above the consolidation we've been in for the last, 45 minutes, which is definitely a good sign for a push to the upside. Just need to get some follow through here. I feel like that's what we say 1,500 times a day. We need follow through. We need follow through. We need follow through. And this is kind of looking like we are getting it. Let's see. We did break out of this, if you want to call it a trend line. It's kind of sloppy, but we did get a break out of this. I am liking, let's take a fib on this leg of price action just to see what this would yield us. Kind of falls right in the center of that. Personally, what I'd like to see is price making an effort to get all the way back up into this area. But it's probably not going to be a clean delivery if it does run up here. So we do have to be mindful of the possibility that price is going to want to get down here before ultimately going higher. We did just create a change of character on the 1 minute. And with that, we have, let's take a look at this. And it looks like we did not actually tap into this change of character, which is in the golden zone. So this could be a potential good long setup. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to put an order in right here. And did I just miss the fill on that? Of course I did. You got to be kidding me. I'm back. So we didn't tap the gap on MNQ. We did tap it on NQ, so it should come back for another tap even if we are going higher. I don't want it to leave me behind, though. I'm going to put a 20-point stop loss on this. Let's see if we get a fill on it. Okay, we did get filled on it. Let's see if we can get a push to the upside. I'd like to see a nice push to the upside, a continuation for the highs, and then ultimately give us a retracement up, hopefully at least up into this area. That's our first area of interest, and then hopefully ultimately up above that 18,168, 17, above 16,172. I can't see the level right now, but it's a ways up there. So we are making a good run right now for highs. We're up 10 points. Let's see what we can get. I'm going to move stop loss just below this low right here. Like to see some follow through. We are still up about, oh, come on, don't come back and close us out. I'm going to give it down to the 618. Oh, no. Not what I wanted to see. So it looks like price may just be grabbing more liquidity to go higher. We do have to keep in mind that we're still at the bottom of a massive sell-off, so we are going to have a lot of people taking profits when we get pops like this. We're back up about 10 points, and that's probably what that was, people taking profits early on the pop. I want to move stop loss up to around the 18,102 area, but I'm going to give this a minute to try to break the high of that last 1 minute candle. Try to secure, we're going to try to secure between 8 to 10 points depending on where this goes. Just waiting. I wanted it to break that last 1 minute high to our left. Just giving it a chance. Giving it a chance. Probably going to move stops up to 18,106 if we can pop the top of this last 1 minute. Pop and hold. So I'm going to probably move my stops up to about 18,106 if we can break this. There we go. Hold on. I'm going to let you guys know when I actually drop. I'm still holding the stop loss. I have not dropped it yet. So hold on. I didn't drop it. I want to give this a chance to pop. All right, I'm putting stops at 18,106. I'm going to move stops to the high of this breakout, secure 15 points. I'm going to move it up to 18,112 if we can push up to this fair value gap. I'm moving it to 18,112.25. I'm going to move it up to 18,114 if we can push up a little higher, 18,114, securing 20 points of profit. I'm going to move it up to 18,116. I'm going to move it up to 18,118 if we don't get stopped out here. I'm going to go all the way to 18,118, 18,120 if we pop. Okay, we got stopped out. So we did secure a little bit over 20, about 22 points of profit there. 22 points of profit. That worked out beautifully. Especially considering I can't even talk. Especially considering we're trading up into this bearish leg. It's hard to know exactly where we're going to get a breakdown, which is why we were so aggressive with the stops. That was a nice 22 points we picked up right there. We are going to, so this level worked out beautifully, which is what we like to see. Oh no, my mouse battery is very low. My computer is concerned. Yeah, that was good, guys. And as you can see, this is why we trail so aggressively with those stops. We're starting to have a breakdown here. Let's take a look at this leg again. This leg of price action. Oh, wow, we almost perfectly tapped that level. So we did pick a good spot to get out of that. Let me take this leg, see where we would potentially get in along again. It works out with the break of structure right here. This first break of structure and this one. So ultimately, I'd like to see price come down to here before we would take another possible stab long. This really would have been the area to take it because it's the actual break of structure is right here. And as you can see, this candle came down, wicked into it, and then pushed higher. So this really would have been a good level to get in for a continuation long. But it's all right. We secured 22 points in about, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Nothing wrong with that. If you can pull 22 points out of the market twice a day, then you're doing great. Even if you just do that once a day, depending on your risk tolerance and your position size, you can do a lot with that. So, so we did definitely get stopped out early, and this is that push that I was saying we had a good chance of getting. Just gonna sit here and wait, guys. Waiting.
I'm expecting on the 15-minute we have two breaker blocks, one up 18,130, and the one I'm targeting, which is 18,151. So just expect some, maybe a little retreat, maybe some bearishness around 18,130. So just want to let you know.
Well, this is I'd really like to see this give us a potential retrace, but we know that it doesn't have to. We just filled that entire fair value gap. Let's see where we're coming. Okay, we are in alignment with this area. We did just push up into the golden zone on this leg of price action. So, forming a falling wedge. Let's see. Just waiting here to see if we can get a reaction. I'd like to see price dip down into this and then ultimately push higher. I will probably take a very small position. Yeah, I'm going to take a small position here. We're gonna do another 20-point stop. That should put us at the lows right here. Yeah, put our stops here. Let's see if we can get something out of this. So this is less than a 20-point stop. This is about a 17-point stop. 12-point stop, somewhere around there. Oh, looks like we missed the train, guys. Did I put it on the wrong level? You see, and this is what's bad about, we're trying to read this price action. I know fibs are technically supposed to be drawn from the low to the high, but the low to the high can be debatable in situations like this. You can see price came down to here, pushed up to here, came down, pushed up, pushed all the way down to here, pushed up, then came back down to here, and then broke. So it's possible that our leg is the low would be here, and then the high could potentially, it could be arguably either here or here. But if you look at this price ran up, came all the way down, went up, came down, then went up. So it's hard to know exactly which leg price is going to respond to. But either way, it looks like we missed the ride. Just waiting to see where price is going next. We're just plugging in. Didn't notice here downtrend. It's all right, buddy. There's always tomorrow. I think everybody. I know I can certainly understand that.
Anybody else's NinjaTrader is kind of like freezing up on them. My bar timer at the bottom is running smooth, but my candles are freezing.
Mine's not acting up right now. I know every now and then it will do that. Like it just takes, it's almost like the data is being delayed by a couple of seconds, and the candle won't move, and then it'll like run in fast motion trying to catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine's not doing that right now. Let me check with Apex hasn't put anything out about an outage. Doesn't mean there's not an outage. I'm just saying. They haven't put anything out
right now, but every once in a while, like it happens, like it freezes and then it catches up, and it might be like a whole candlestick that I missed.
Yeah.
Have you cleared your cache out, like the NinjaTrader
No.
cache? Look up how to do that on the website, on Apex's website.
Okay.
You talking about with the desktop manager?
Well, there's just no. You just go into the NinjaTrader folder, and then there's a cache folder. You just empty that.
Yeah. So you can actually clear that cache, and you can go in and clear the in your desktop assistant for the copy trader and all that. You're supposed to do that on a semi-regular basis. The video should have told you that Apex gave you when you downloaded the copy trader.
Okay. I didn't really get that far into the video.
Okay, yeah. So if you go watch that video, they're going to talk about how if you open up the desktop assistant, there's a section in there where you can clear the log, and it clears the cache as well. Just to make sure that it's
okay. I did see that part of the video. I didn't understand what that was.
It's just it's just something you want to do. It's like maintenance, basically. Just making sure that everything is the software is cleared and it's not bogged down with all kind of BS. Essentially is what it is. So they recommend doing that. I do it at least once a week. Usually just when I get on it and I think about it, I just load it up. I check for a newest version just in case there is one, and then I clear the log. But yeah, if you do, like what Keith was just saying, if you look up how to clear the NinjaTrader cache, that's a very important thing that you need to do as well. Yeah, we are definitely making an effort to get up here, guys. So Spence did call out a level around, what'd you say, Spence? 18,151?
Yeah, that's where he's going short at, 151.
Okay. So everybody just be mindful of some possible volatility when we reach that area. Because this thing is like a volcano right now. It's just bubbling. Slowly going higher. Busting at the seams. So I know Spence called out the 18,151 area. I would like to say that personally, I am kind of aiming more for the area up here. Not to say we won't get a breakdown from the 18,151 area, but I feel like Price has a really good shot of reaching up into this area to ultimately go short. So if I had to plot a level that I think that we stand a really good opportunity or a good spot to go short off of, it would be somewhere in this area. Let's see, the 168. The only bad thing about that is that puts us shy of actually hitting the change of character. So I'm going to pull that down. And my area of interest is going to be... I'm going to say that this is going to be the area that I'd like to potentially go short off of. Man, this is tough, honestly. I think this is going to be our area of interest here. Price is really picking up a lot of volume here, guys. So we did just feel every inefficiency with the exception of this 1 minute directly above us, which we've now hit, or we touched the bottom of. Okay, now we hit it for this leg. So there's a chance that we get an explosive move to the upside from here up into this area, which is where we will potentially be taking a short off of. I'm actually going to go ahead and put a limit order. And we will put we're going to go with a 20-point stop loss on this. 20-point stop. See if we can get some good movement out of this. Here, like I said, we are going to go with a 20-point stop. Looks like we're getting the reaction from the fill of all of these gaps, though. So, like Spence was saying, it looks like we're getting a reaction up here at the 18151 area. Breaking down. Let's see where we could potentially be going on this leg of price action. Or if we look at the whole leg, actually, let's do that. Let's take a look at this entire leg. Because price is running up through it pretty well. Aiming at that liquidity below that breaker structure. So if we do continue lower, we could potentially grab liquidity beneath this candle right here. This is the breaker structure. This is the low. This is technically the low before the breaker structure, but price ran up, pulled back to here, and then we had to push through for this breaker structure. So we could grab liquidity around this 18117 area to ultimately push us higher. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I still don't see anything as of now on Apex's page about an outage. Doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't one. You saying what's the entry short, Matt? I have an entry set at 18181. It's a limit order to go short. 18181. $18,181. See if we can get a push up to there. We're looking good for a continuation higher, which would align with us filling that 18181 area. We're definitely trying to break. Oh, that's not trying to break. So we're just being smart here, guys. We already were able to secure a little over 20 points. Obviously, it's easy to say in hindsight we should have stayed in that trade, but trading up into a freaking stockpile of bearish fair value gaps at the bottom of a massive sell-off is always a risky thing, and that's why we were securing profits quickly as we saw them. We did not want to get caught in a massive drop if it did happen. So we are working our way up towards our limit order, 18181. Yes, VWAP is definitely doing its thing. Little guy's always causing something, some kind of mishap. Oh, all right. We are just about at the golden zone from this. The golden zone that I have drawn is from the high that was made yesterday to the low that was made this morning pre-market. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Making a push, making a push, making a push. 18,181 is going to be our potential short. I do want to let everybody know that if we break the 18,181 area with some serious strength, we might actually be running all the way to the 18,224 area that I put up yesterday. What was that area? The 18,228.50 area. I don't want us to reach that, but there is a chance that happens. We did hit our golden zone. It looks like we're getting a response out of it. Did not want us to get the fill there. I wanted us to come lower, honestly. I mean, go higher to get our fill. I'm about to get really mad because this was the original level that I put for us to take an entry, was right here, and I'm going to be furious if that was the level and we just missed the entry. I am really going to be pissed, but we are going to see what happens. We're just waiting. Yes, it sure is. We're going to see. Like I said, this was the original level that I had plotted as an entry short based on the hourly time frame, was this level right here, 18,166.50. I'm really hoping that we get a push higher though. This area is more conservative, and that's what if we got in here, we had the potential for price to run all the way up to here. So I didn't want us to have 20 points of drawdown up to our possible area that I felt like price had a chance of reaching anyway. So I was trying to be a little bit more conservative with this entry. Hopefully it doesn't run away without us. I mean, we haven't, I'm going to say this and then it's going to happen. We haven't gotten a significant sell-off yet. We did get a lot of selling pressure when we tapped into this area, but I would like to see us ultimately give us a fill right here before selling off. But I do like this. This tells me that we do have, in my opinion, this tells me that we're in a significant level, which is what we want to see to begin with. So now I just want price to reach up a little bit higher, give us a fill here, and then it can go for the sell-off. I'll be completely fine with that, obviously. Just so everybody is aware, if we do get the sell-off, our target is going to be, our first target is going to be tapping this golden zone to the downside, and then ultimately, hopefully, reaching liquidity at the bottom of this massive level. Like we would basically be targeting opening price down here. So we're going to see what happens. We are making a run, making a run, making a run. Let's see if we get a fill here. Ooh, come on. Ooh, let's do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Let me measure this move. entry to our first target, that's about 54 points. To lows would be a little over 100. So, obviously we need to get a fill first. So we're just awaiting. Ooh, that is some selling pressure. That is definitely a lot of selling pressure. Come on, you're right there. Don't leave us behind. Do it one more time. Go one leg higher for a little bit more liquidity before selling off. Go one leg higher before selling off. Could be a rising wedge here. I'd like to see price bounce, come up and just barely tap us into this trade. For anybody that doesn't know, a rising wedge is a bearish possible breakout to the downside. I mean, this is the 1 minute and we don't really have a whole lot of formation here yet, but essentially what you would be looking for is price to bounce, 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 potentially give us a fill, and then sell off. That is how a rising wedge works. So ultimately our target would be, our hope would be for this to break down to the downside if we can get a play up here to give us the fill. Let's see what we get though. Wow, look how perfectly it respected that trend line. We may actually be in a rising wedge here, guys. We almost got a fill there. Come on. Now, just so everybody knows, this is just one thing. So just like everything else we talk about, we don't trade off of one thing. This could very well pop to the upside and then just keep going higher. So this is just another thing that I see that could potentially propel us in the direction we want, which is down. Like I said, we would need price to either invalidate the top trend line and then break down, or get another respect to the downside and then push up and get our fill somewhere right here. So we might be sitting in this for another 2 to 3 minutes possibly before we get a breakout, maybe even longer than that. Because if you look at where the candles are, this candle, 2, 3, 4, somewhere around this fourth or fifth candle is where the 1 minute would align with tapping right here. Wait, so 1, 2, 3 to 4 minutes. I think we might be sitting in this potentially, even if it is breaking to the downside. Just waiting. We just about got our fill there. Let's see what we got. We're still working our way up. The next candle could potentially be a fill. Let's see what we got here. I'd like to see this as a zero drawdown play if we are right. I'd like it to just barely come up and tap our fill and then immediately sell off. Another thing that we have going, working in our favor is if we take a look at the 5 minute right here, we will see that this candle is the change of character candle, which means that price will probably want to get down below here. So what I'd like to see is a fill, hard sell off down to fill that area, maybe a small retrace, and then a continuation lower to this area, small retrace, and then continuation for new lows, hopefully. Oh, don't break out yet. We did not get our fill. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. As unlikely as it is, there is a small chance that price is going to clear liquidity right here, come up higher, give us a fill, and then we wouldn't have anything on our way to come lower. But I don't like the fact that we're breaking out of this right now without reaching the top side one more time, which is what we would need. Wow. Come on. Don't leave without us. Mm-mm. Didn't want us to break down yet. Like I said, it is possible that it's just clearing out the liquidity. But it's not looking like it. There we go. See if we can get our fill and then dump. Man, This thing is in a chop fest right now. Right. It looks like I can't tell if we're flagging here or what. So this looks like a potential bull flag. No, we're breaking down. Man, it's going to go without us. We just cleared below the change of character candle on the 5-minute that I was talking about, so I'd like to see us bounce. I'd like to see a strong bounce now. Okay. This could be our bounce. So we just cleared, like I said, we just cleared underneath that change of character candle. Usually we have a lot of liquidity resting there. Let's see what we have here. No. I mean, this still could potentially be a rising wedge just on the higher time frame. I mean, on the bigger leg of price action, but it would still require price to push up again before coming down. Oh, I just saw your comment, Matt. It's reject on Sunday even 5-minute entry is just a few points above it. Yeah, I know. Sorry I didn't see that a minute ago. We're not getting that respect that I wanted us to get. If we ultimately break down out of here, I'm probably going to call it for the day because this was the level I had drawn up since this morning. Not specifically this level, but this area was on my chart a significant possible short area since this morning. It really is bothering me because we are perfectly respecting. I mean, technically we did break above it, but we have a double top on the bodies at this level, which is our change of character level on the hourly. We drop down to the 30-minute and see if there's something I'm missing, possibly. No, it's still that same level. We still a level that I see as monumental. Well, we are pushing to the upside here. Let's see if it can give us a fill. I'm actually going to run this to the bottom right here because I don't want to pick just a random point in the middle. See if this would be our wedge. If this is a rising wedge breakout, we could definitely be seeing low a day if this level is correct. So, giving this a chance here. All right. Pushing. See if we're going to get a fill here. Let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what we get. Rice is definitely making an effort here. Like I said, if this ends up breaking down without us, this is going to probably be my last thing for the day. We're just going to wait and give this opportunity to reach up and fill. I do like that price did not run down and retrace on the 50% before pushing up to where we are right now. So I think we're still good, at least for that initial 50-something points like we talked about earlier. So if we got our fill here, I'd like to see price reach this level first, which is about 54 points. But ultimately, our target is going to be lows, which is a little over 100, about 102 to 108, 10, something like that points. So we did just get a fill. Oh, shit, no, we did not get a fill. I got filled on my personal account, but I didn't get filled in. I got filled on MNQ, but NQ did not get a fill. To see if NQ is going to get the fill. It literally went up to one tick. Yeah, I got filled on MNQ, but I didn't get filled on NQ. Oh, you got to be kidding me. If this thing runs without filling NQ, here we go. It's going to fill it. It better fill it. Anybody who's on MNQ should have gotten a fill. This right here shows you how there's a slight difference from MNQ to NQ. We missed it by literally a tick on NQ. One tick. Is it going to fill or not? Yeah, we missed it. We're off by one tick. One freaking tick. There's no way. There's no way this thing is going to run without. Okay, there we go. It's filled. Now I want to see this thing sell off like the apocalypse is here. No. We do not need it going up. Wow. Oh, I don't like this pressure. I do not like this pressure that we're getting right here. We did just hit the 618. Oh my goodness, no. Come on. If we completely obliterate this, then like I said, we could be looking at the 18. Oh wow, this is about to hit stop loss already. You gotta be kidding me. We could be looking at the 18,224 area. Wow, man. Wow, 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 wow. This thing has a ton of buying pressure right here. Yeah, I think we're going to get stopped out here. It's looking like it, unfortunately. Oh, man. Man. This thing is on a freaking crash course to get something higher up, and I'm wondering if it's going to be that 18,224 area that I put as a possible play yesterday in the channel. Yeah, we just got stopped out, guys. Man. Oh, it's definitely looking like it wants to get up here for 18,224 now. This is not what I wanted. What was the play? Or was it 18,220? It was 18,228.50. Was the play. $18,228.50. Where's this level going to be? From here. Yeah, and this is the golden zone up here with the breaker structure sitting higher up right here. That is definitely not what we wanted to see there. Yeah, we're making a run for that 228 now. We just hit the pivot point on NQ. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. Like I said, after that, that was gonna be the last thing I took. I do feel like Price is now trying to make an area for that trade that I put out as a possible trade idea for today. That 18. What is it? 18,228.50 level. That I had marked in the alert I put out last night, saying that it was a possible play for today. That's going to be the area that I think we're making our way up to at this point, which is at 18,228.50. I'd like to see Price ultimately respect that and push lower. But I don't know. I was out. I don't understand. I genuinely thought we were going to get a reaction off of this area. It just aligned really, really well, but Price completely obliterated it to the upside, as we can clearly see. So it's not respecting this breaker structure level like I thought it was going to. Wishing that our next breaker structure area is the one up here, and that's where we're getting. This is the level right here. We're getting that 18,228.50 level from, which would be the breaker structure 50% retracement golden zone up here. So this is our next area of potential interest. So looks like we're about to make disrespecting levels like this is not what I like to see. So I will catch you all tomorrow morning. We're going to give it another shot tomorrow.
See ya.
If you guys need anything, just reach out to me in the DMs or mention me in the chat. I'll get back with you guys as soon as I can. Appreciate it, everybody.